swindling.
It better not do it.
See, that a lot.
He was a big member of this, and first everything.
Before there was a recreation department, there was a group of citizens in Jeff Davis County that went around and collected money from other citizens. And Judge Wilson's father was one of them, and my grandfather was one of them. And there were several other that they passed away over a period of time. But it was a group of local citizens that started this and purchased the property, and that's why we have to get their approval to use it.
Recreation department.
Well, what they're doing now though, and it has not been in the past, just to kind of update y'all a little bit, and Natasha, you correct me if I'm wrong, but it has never been the county's property, never. But this right here is, they're giving that to the county, as long as it's used for recreational property, for purposes. Now, in return, we're going to give the city an easement, is that correct?
That's correct.
To put the splash pad, kind of a little water park thing on it. And we're gonna do, eventually, we're gonna have 2 ball fields, and we're gonna have a farmer's market, and maybe some other things, but it's got to pertain to recreation. The playground, yeah.
So really, this
So
is already come up.
it becomes our property now, and we're gonna give the city an easement to build their splash pad. And on St. James, in there was a good time in the off farming market, hoping that we could get some grants to help us with that. And it does give a time limit that we gotta start on the ball field within a 6-month period of time, which we basically don't have any choice anyway. We gotta have ball fields for the recreation park.
For next year.
That's what it says, right?
Yeah. What we need is a motion to approve this governmental agreement.
And I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Any other discussion, anything else? Okay. All in favor then? Motion carried.
Let me clarify one more thing. It was originally named the Alphabet Roberts Recreation Department. This is nothing new. I don't want y'all to think, it did not have anything to do with this. It did have a sign there several years ago, the sign that was on there, they did use the fields for the recreation.
Right.
They just asked if they did it to the county that a sign be put up.
Right,
And it would
right.
make
It needs to be.
sense. So I
It needs to be.
didn't want you to change the name.
You wasn't after nothing else going that way.
He was a very instrumental person in the recreation of the county.
Actually, Carl put number 11.
Is any other old or new business?
Yes, I have some business. We've had discussion and we've heard from several citizens. We've heard from Mr. Linwood Truitt asking us about the golf course. And we agreed to do the $3,000 corporate sponsorship. However, we do have children. Again, this is recreation, okay? We have children that's playing golf on the recreation park now, which now the city completely maintains. We don't maintain anything at the golf course anymore. So what I done, they're asking, of course, they was asking for a lot, but we wouldn't even worry about what they was asking for. So what I done is I went to Bruce and I said, all right, I want you to tell me how many kids you got out here that's, whatever. I mean, if they're playing baseball, if they're playing basketball, if they're playing tennis, if they're cheerleading, if they're swimming, soccer, whatever we offer. I want you to give me a total number, and he did. And then we took the budget, and we divided it by that number, and it pretty much comes out to, I don't even got the exact numbers here, but it's a little over $200 per child.
Wasn't it around 10,000?
Well, not quite. No, let me get that part. So it's $200 something per child, is what it's costing us to do all them other activities that we're doing. Now so in golf, it's costing us $0. The city's basically paying for the county recreation golf. So I took that figure and the 3,000 that we've given and the 20 some odd people that's playing golf right now, recreation golf, and I multiply that, and I come up with like $9,000. That was our free and another 6 for the rec, okay? So then Linwood come to me and he said, if y'all give us $10,000, not only will it be for the rec golf, it will be for we'll give the membership rate to every child at school age in Jeff Davis County. So it only costs us another $1,000 or so, that's for everybody to be able to play. Every child, not everybody, at school age to be able to play at a membership rate. So what I'm asking y'all to do tonight is I want to ask y'all to commit to giving the city $10,000 a year, which will include our corporate sponsorship and the rest for rec and the children in this county.
I think that's fair enough too.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Any other discussion? Bane had already called me and asked me about that too, Brad, and I told him that we'd do everything we possibly could, so I think that's fair enough for anybody. Any other discussion then? All in favor then? Motion carried. Thank you.
I have one new thing.
All right.
Normally, y'all's packet, you get the details.
That's right.
And I know y'all have, before I come along and stop getting the detail, have a summary.
That's
So
right.
in this packet, you have a detail and a summary.
Right.
The question is, which one do you prefer? This is every line item of every budget. This is just a summary.
I'd rather see the summary.
Just a summary? Okay. Anybody want to make a motion to have the summary then?
Well, let me do this, Keith, let me say this. I would like to have the detail, maybe once a quarter, and the summary monthly.
Yeah, I think
Everybody all right?
everybody like that?
Whatever y'all want, it don't matter to me.
Okay. All right. We don't have to have a motion on that.
Yes, you can come up here
All right.
anytime.
Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, did I say one thing? On behalf of the city, I'd just like to thank the county commissioner, especially Mr. Brad Cruz and Mr. Hank Hobbs for working with us on that 341 project. Everything's gone great. I know he's not here, but I'd also like to thank Bruce Johns. He's been very instrumental in helping us get that together, and I hope this is kind of the beginning of a good working relationship with the county. I wanted to say specifically thank you to y'all for working with us on it.
Thank y'all too. Anything else? Not, meeting adjourned. Thank y'all. I guess so, nobody don't want
Hey, I was told one time at a very young age, Carter, have not, what you ask not. So, don't think I won't have. You may get told no, you still get some too. And I ain't ever told you that. I've been told no. He could. It's a good deal. Well, no, it really ain't worth it. I wouldn't eat it.
We all tell you left somebody in the shop, red dead the next morning. It's 6 o'clock, we're gonna call this meeting to order. I appreciate y'all coming. Brad, will you open us with a little prayer?
I will, let's pray. Lord, kind and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you this day, Lord, we thank you for all your many blessings in life, Father. And Father, Lord, I ask that you just be with us tonight, Lord, as we go about the county business, Lord. Lord, I pray, Lord, as everything that's said and done will be honored and pleasing you, Father. Father, just be with us and lead, guide, and direct us at all times. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. You can read this down. Praise the Lord.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comments? Any public comments?
I'm pleading the fifth tonight.
Anybody? Anybody got anything they want to say? I can't believe that. Y'all want too good a crowd not to say nothing. Well, we move right on then. If nobody ain't got anything they want to. And go to agenda number 5. On the agenda, number 5, approved minutes for February the 13th and the 27th. I hear a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carried. Number 6 on the agenda, approved to pay monthly bills.
I make a motion that we approve the pay monthly bills.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carried. Number 7, to approve or deny to accept lowest bid for pellet plant road. And Mr. Carter, you got it?
I do, what I did, part of the grant that was given to the Pelican Plant was to pave that road. The county has got it ready for paving, we would do the in-county for the paving. The development already has some money to do the paving. And rather than go back and create a whole nother thousands of dollars of engineering costs, I had asked Chad Hostover if he could just add that road on to the end of the LB project. And he said he could, and he got it approved through the Department of Transportation. And so Chad just picked, he said, I'll call and get a couple bids on it. And he did, and he got Georgia Asphalt Producers, and their bid was $142,319.96.
142 what now?
$319.96. And then the other one was East Coast Asphalt at $116,991 for now. And I'm asking that that's the one that you guys approved to, let's go ahead and skip that right there.
116.
Project. 116,991 for now.
Turn up detail in that to make sure that the 116 is equivalent to the
Chad
142.
Hostover verified everything.
Okay, I hear a motion.
I'll make the motion, we accept the little. Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor then? Motion carries. Okay, next on the agenda, number 8, to approve or deny the engineering firm for EIT grant. And that's, we need to vote on that, to choose the engineering firm for the possibility of employee incentive program. And the director of the economic development for the heart of Georgia sent out bids, and their recommendation was to the company receiving grant chose G. Ben Turnipseed Incorporation. So do I hear a motion to accept that?
Say again,
G. Ben Turnipseed Inc. INC.
I make a motion that we accept Heart of Georgia's recommendation.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Any discussion? If not, all in favor? All right, number 9. Commissioner Brad Cruz, discuss the age limit for property taxes.
As y'all know, I brought this up in a meeting earlier, after more research on it, I've got some figures here for y'all. In the very recent past, we have brought in solar fields, which generated $530,319.58 for the school, which in return did not create any jobs, therefore it did not add any students or any more responsibility for the school. It's just money that we give them because of the solar plants. My plan is to exempt everyone in the county, 65 and older, from school taxes on their property. When I say property, I mean their home and up to 3 acres. If we do that, that would cost roughly around $82,000. So with us giving the school in the revenue 530, if we took 80 away from it and we give the elderly a tax break on school taxes, we would not hurt the school in any form. They would give them 530, basically free money, and we plan on taking 80, which is what it would cost. So they would still net $450,000 with new solar fields coming on, hopefully in the near future, which is going to generate roughly the same kind of money. I've had calls from elderly, especially they say in the month of December, you know, when it gets time to pay taxes, and the only ones really complain is on school taxes. They say, you know, they sent their youngins, they sent their grandyoungins, and some of them sent great-grandyoungins to school and paid school taxes. And I feel like from some of the information I got from some of the other counties, that this is a great time, if we ever gonna do it, to be able to do it.
Don't we have to, Brad, don't you have to put that on the referendum?
Yes, what I'm coming to y'all tonight with is there's still a lot more legwork that I'm gonna have to have Mr. Keith and others to do to get this, because it will have to go to Atlanta, and then it'll have to be put on referendum and voted on countywide. But I have to have approval from the board to even be able to continue this project. So that's what I'm asking tonight. I was just trying to give y'all some figures. Remember, the taxes on just the solar fields alone was $530,319.58. I've got the tax bill right here.
I didn't mess this down, I just asked a question, how you gonna keep it honest? I mean,
What you
you
mean?
said a house and 3 acres of land.
Mhm.
What if I got a house and 3 acres of land, and my daddy blew away over 65 acres, so I'm gonna put this in his name? How you gonna do that? That's what, I mean, that's what I don't,
Well, you can only have one residence, Rick. I mean, if your daddy's got a house and 3 acres, he can't put yours in his name too. He gets one house and 1 3-acre tract. If what I'm saying is, if somebody's got multiple houses, they're only gonna get that exemption on the house they're living in, they're residing in. If they own a house in 3,000 acres, then 2,997 is gonna be taxed, is gonna have school taxes on it. What we're trying to do is help the ones that really need help. You know, there's a lot of people that's on fixed income, they got a little house on a 1/4 acre. But come December, they doing out their medicine, because they can't pay all the taxes.
What about,
So if you do it to one house and 3 acres, nobody can do that.
what about, Brad, if we check, I'll check with, any other counties that done this to see if how it worked out?
Well,
I think
they
it
still do it.
seemed like in some in Waycross.
Ware County does it, yes.
You think we need to check with them?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I agree, we could check with them, but I mean, what what I'm saying is never before could we probably have come to the table to offer
That's,
this. You know, most time when you bring in a business, you know, like, any kind of business, it's gonna generate jobs, which is gonna generate children, which is gonna generate responsibility for the school. This particular instance here did none of that. They, you know, it generated $500,000, but it did not generate any responsibility to our school system. So at this time, we could still give them, they would still get $450,000 more than they got a year before last. And we could offer the citizens, the 65 years and older, free school taxes.
Just school tax.
Yes, school
just
taxes.
go tax, over the tax. Did you
What
want to say
about
something?
house for 550 place?
And it would only be on 3. If you own 5, you pay 2 acres of school taxes.
Did you have a question, Mr.?
Yes, sir. As a private citizen, would it not make sense to have a workshop, including the school system, and discussing this in more detail before you go ahead to sanction it on a referendum?
I think we need to definitely find out, from other counties how this has worked, and then I would think it would be best for us to meet, you know, at the school and see what.
Well, I mean, you know, I know what their answer is probably gonna be, so, I mean, we can do that. I'm just saying,
I mean, we could point out.
there comes a time in life when you gotta stand for something, and I'm standing for trying to protect these elderly people.
You want to say something?
I just agree with Brad.
Okay.
But we can do that, we can have, I'm just asking for y'all's permission to proceed with this, because if we don't proceed with it, it's never gonna get done.
We have to, that's right.
I mean, it may take a year or 2 years to get this done, but unless we put something, if we just sit here and just keep talking about it, then we're never gonna get to where all we're gonna do are
I want you
action.
to go ahead and let Mr. Carter then see what all we got to do, find out what all we got, steps we got to go through.
So we need to include them that way.
Because I think that, and I'm certainly not trying to speak for you,
Okay.
Commissioner, at all, but I think we get, I think that's what he's wanting to do, if I'm not correct, is just to move forward.
Oh,
That's
that's right.
To move forward is to see if it, you know, because something may have got really messed up here. You know, I mean, this is the information that I've got, and I feel like we've got it from very reliable sources. But we definitely need to make sure that everything's like we see.
Okay. Okay, I hear a motion, then give Mr. Carter permission
I'll make the motion.
to see what. Any other discussion for vote on it? Like you say, it ain't gonna tell how long it'll take to get this done. All in favor of it?
We'll push it. We'll get them.
Thank y'all.
On the agenda number 10, approve or deny area emission on recreation department property. That was some taxes and what,
Yeah, what happened was the county lost some property out around the recreation department last January, and the tax bill always come out next year, so we just need to, because the county has owned it since January, we just need to,
I hear a motion to.
Second, whatever they do.
Any other discussions? All in favor then? Motion carries. Take a motion. Next is open seal bids on the new fire station. You know, we put out seal bids for the 3 fire stations, so we got some bids here. And if you will, Chief, will you look at them and check them out, kind of?
Well, what I'd like to do is actually, this, if we wanted to open them up and talk about it, but also have an opportunity for me and Mr. Carter to look at it
I
as
would-
well, make sure everything is.
Well, I think we need to do that before we vote on them. I think we definitely need to go over and make sure all the specs and the regulations before we agree on it. sure they do.
So all you gonna do is that number, correct?
Yes. That's good.
This is from AAA Directors. I mean, that's right. Yeah, the only thing I see this one that's bid on is the Blackburn Fire Station, one station. Unless I'm reading it wrong, and the price is $50,080 for just one station.
That sounds right.
But this could be, this might be the same one bid on two bills.
Come on, please.
Could be. Let's see. $50,080. Okay, this one is from the same company, and this for the two stations, Towns Bluff and the Highway 268. And for two buildings, $39,950.
Two of them's 39, and one of them is 50.
$39.
The other one ain't for free.
Now, the other one's bigger, so one that's going in your area is bigger.
39, what'd you say, chief?
$39,950. That's for two. That's for two small ones.
Two small ones.
Is that complete building, that's concrete, that's wires, that's everything?
No, that's not the wire, that's just the metal buildings and the concrete.
Concrete.
Okay.
That does not, we still got wiring to do.
What, the church, can there got to be all in?
We'll do that.
We'll do
County will
that.
do that.
County will do
County will-
This one here from Johnson's Custom Fabrics and Welding.
Okay, this one here.
If I'm reading this right, the one building, the Blackburn building, his bid is $49,620. And then the price for the other two buildings are $20,690 apiece. If I'm reading it right, again, we need to read these.
Well, that's what I say.
We
Well,
will.
why don't we just let them look over these before we decide on anything? Make sure all the specs is where they need to be, and make sure they got it correct before we decide to do it.
So what all you got to have in it? Lights, water?
Lights, you gotta have a heater, you gotta have a heater in the truck, small ones, the Towns Bluff and Snipesville will be this thing. Building and two doors and so a couple of lights inside, a couple of receptacles and a hanging heater, so the truck's on. That's all. Now, the building in Blackburn is bigger because it was designed different, because it is a standalone station. The two stations, the other two small stations are substations off of existing stations that we have now. The Blackburn station is a standalone station. It'll have an engine in it and like a tanker. And it'll have a room in it, so, I mean, it'll have a bathroom in it all, so that, you know, they can have training out there. And it was, at one time, when we started the project, we were designing it big enough too, to also move the voting district back. But since they've changed the voting districts, now we don't need it, but I still would be prepared, because you never know when it may change back. So,
How big is that? Like,
it is 60 by 40, I think. Blackburn, the other one's 20 by 40. Okay, this is from S&S Buildings, fabrication,
the other two is a 20 by 40?
20 by 40. Okay, the price from S&S for the two small stations is $15,200 each.
$15,200?
Yes, sir. And then the price on the Blackburn station is $46,000 even.
Where's this,
Hayes Cross.
That's me.
That's,
Oh, okay.
and then he's also got a total package of building them, I think his package to build them together is 76.4. That's to build all three of them at the same time.
And we did ask for that.
Yeah.
Said, bid each one separate, and then we asked for the bid, if you were gonna do it all three of them at one time. That's what I'm saying.
Looks like I only want to comply with that one.
One. That was
Now,
it.
when we read through this, we might see that. I did see one of them on the front here, the Johnson, reading here something about, if you do the grand total project, will take an additional $1,000 off the grand total. So if you do them all three, you get $1,000 off. I got you. That's one of those.
Well, still electrical. That's, the electrical not included. So you gonna have to get a bid for it. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we might have to do it for the concrete.
No, sir.
No.
We should have everybody in there come inside.
So you come on, bring two lines.
You put a sweep in there.
It should be a town bus, man.
Yeah, we'll be on the exterior wall, so that's.
On the station that we have now, they drop down, and then they come in the side of the building, they put the meter box, and right behind the meter box was the panel box on the inside. So, I mean, that, you don't need any type of, we may do a little bit of plumbing in the Blackburn station, but, for the other two stations, it won't be anything other than we may do a drain. We'd like to do a drain, just drains from the station outside. That's an elbow and a drain and a little bit of pipe to drain. In case one of the trucks did leak, the water would go out of the building and go outside. And that would be pretty simple to scoop the concrete down to that.
Yeah, you make it sound simple.
He does something.
That's that way it's done. All right, y'all want to just let them look over that and then we'll decide?
I think that's the best thing, to make sure that they're all comfortable with it.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chief.
I'll make a motion, let them look over and make sure they're right. They're right. 76.
The lowest bid,
Yeah.
and I'll second that motion.
Any other discussion then? Not all in favor? Thank y'all. All right, number 12 on the agenda, to approve or deny to close courthouse for Good Friday. And what they're willing to do, what we've done in the past is, if they could take a day vacation, or either they could take a day without pay.
All personal.
Or personal day, yeah.
If that's how we've been doing it in the past, I see no reason to change.
I make a motion.
There's a second.
Second.
All in favor, any discussion before we vote on it? That okay with everybody? Anything?
I'm good. I got something else.
Oh. all in favor then? Motion carries. Okay, on the number 13 on the agenda, discuss new or old business. And I'm gonna go ahead and mention before we get started.
I got something too, so.
Right,
I do too.
on the equipment, computer equipment over, that's mandated by the state over Miss Susan's office. The state has recommended they're gonna try to jump in and help some kind of way. They're gonna, I think, put it all together where they can get a better deal. Correct, Miss Susan?
Yeah, we got an email at the end of last week, and, they're gonna try to get like a state contract where we can all get the same equipment at the same price.
I talked to Dominic, our representative about it here right after she mentioned it. And he did say that they would try to work something out to where the state could, if they didn't pay for it all, they at least could help with it. That's what he told me. That's all I can tell you on that part. Okay? Thank you, got anything?
No, not on that.
Anything else?
The only thing I want to mention is make sure we got workers' comp general liability on these folks what we said.
Yeah, there's 7
So they haven't provided it yet, they will get the bid.
Right.
They have to before we go to do the work.
I don't know, what's on this now, about approving the United States, what deal for payment, what was that?
That was to get that road paved out here going into the pellet plant. We had 2 bids on it, and Mr. Carter got them there.
On 341 to the track, all over
It's just a railroad track.
Railroad, yeah, right past the railroad track, fire.
It's right there.
Yeah.
You can see where we got the road built. You can get it.
No, he means once you get on that dirt road to be done, is it going to the railroad or is it going
Just
back?
across. Right
Just
across.
across, okay.
Wrong, railroad.
And that was bid, 142, 319, 106, 116, 149.
East Coast,
East Coast was a low bid.
And the development authority got money.
and the development party's got money to do it. That's all.
This one about the denied engineer firm, what was it, EIP grant?
That was on the Georgia, Heart of Georgia. They recommended, what was his name?
G-Ben,
Turner City Incorporation, INC, so that's what we voted on that, to accept them. Okay, anything else you got, Brandon?
This on.
On the old business, here on old business.
Bank, you got no.
yeah,
Yeah.
old business, we need to, I think everybody got a copy. of
Right,
this.
right.
The only changes that we made from what we had talked about originally is we took some of the timelines off because we didn't want to commit to 6 months or whatever, or 3 months on the farmer's market and some other things like that. Those things may take precedence. The main thing involved with this was the folks that have the property now want to make sure it was used for recreational purposes. So we left the stipulations on the one ball field, I think we were going to grade. We have to start construction in a certain amount of time, and I believe Brad, you can tell me whether it's wrong or right. The recreation department already has that money to do that, so that's really all the changes. So that's really all the changes.
6 months.
6 months,
I mean,
and that's
it's
just to
just
start
to start.
construction.
Yeah.
So
But we really need, we're really gonna have to pretty much finish construction, because we gotta have these fields before next football season and soccer season.
That's right.
So,
Oh, it have to be rock. Same,